tell us what you're doing?
So I'm writing some notes to myself today. I've got a formal speech written, but I just want to condense it down a little bit. This decision is one that I took very seriously. I want a representative that understands Central New York and the Mohawk Valley, and I know I do. I feel it. We're going to head out in just a few minutes. I'm going to announce my run.
In 2015, we created a program to train and encourage union members to run for office.
Do you want to stand up here with me? Are you okay with that?
So when you look at the polling, who do people want? They want regular people with regular lives. They want working people, they want teachers.
It's definitely not a traditional classroom. I don't really sit much. My name's Ashley Dreyer. I am a special education teacher in the Lewiston Porter Central School District. I have a really nice, tight-knit group of kids. We run a business, so we sell popcorn. I'll have kids over here at the register. White cheddar, cotton candy, kettle corn. We climbed Mount Van Hovenberg. This was when they got to the top of the mountain, so that was really cool. They're great kids. In 2015, the Grand Island Teachers Association approached me about running for the school board. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But the union were super, super helpful with creating our walking routes and which doors to knock on. We had union members really coming out and working the phone banks. Our campaign was very organized and it worked. On board meeting days, it all starts up 5:30 a.m. It ends at 10 o'clock at night tonight. It's a long day, but I love it. Even Walter wants attention on board meeting nights. Hi, buddy. Currently, I am the school board president. I think it's really important that teachers consider running just to have a little bit of influence to be able to advocate for students and families. That's so important. No one more than a teacher who's done it for years and years and years knows what students and families need. Okay, with us this evening we have
School board, which is sort of the first step of the pipeline project. And then we advanced to county legislature and other local races.
This is next week, isn't it? No.
And eventually added in state assembly and senate.
My name is Leah Webb. I'm a member of NYSUT UUP from Binghamton University. I come from a long line of union members and social agitators for justice. At 24, I started volunteering to push for fair funding for schools.
Do you have photos from that time?
Oh my gosh, yes. Let me see if I can pull them up on my phone. I got to go way in the archives. This was 2008, and there were a number of cuts proposed in education. So that was me protesting the budget cuts, standing right outside here on the plaza, literally right across the street. Ah, wait, here we go. This was in 2011, and we were doing a big campaign called Our Kids Can't Wait. And I remember sleeping right in the Capitol, on the fourth floor, on the floor. Shirley Chisholm said, if you're not at the decision-making table, bring a folding chair. I go a step further and say, sometimes you got to build your own table. And so with support from NYSUT, I ran for city council in Binghamton. And then 2 years ago, I ran for state senate. One of the highlights of my life so far was actually voting for us to fully fund the Foundation Aid formula. After decades of advocacy, it was definitely a full circle moment.
Leah Webb is a member of a growing NYSUT caucus within the legislature. In the assembly, we have Chris Ekis, Chantel Jackson, Bill Conrad, Pat Burke, and Monica Wallace. In the Senate, we have Leah Webb, Jabari Brisport, and John Mannion, obviously.
All right, here we go. Here's my office, 946. We recently moved from another office, so come on in. Those are the counties that I represent. Here's where I hang out.
When I met John Mannion, he was a AP bio teacher and is the president of the West Genesee Teachers Association. He's an all-around good guy and has been a great voice in Albany.
Up here on the wall, we've got some of my bills. This one is a public awareness campaign to combat stereotyping of individuals with disabilities. Teachers, they're driven to help every kid that they can. As a legislator, I think that's kind of built into me from my 28 years in the classroom. One thing that I'm very proud of, we suspended APPR and hopefully we're moving towards a more reasonable evaluation system.
When John asked me about the possibility of running for Congress, my first thought was, oh no, I don't want to lose him in the state Senate.
I do think we have to keep moving people this way.
But he is going to be able to do so much more in Washington on our behalf, advocating for our members and all of the people that we serve.
This is the place that I love. This is my hometown. This is where I'm from. And I've lived my whole life serving my community. This decision to run for Congress, I did that because I knew I had NYSUT behind me. I had my union behind me. I'm proud to stand here today announcing that I'm running to represent the place that I love, Central New York, in my pursuit of the congressional seat of New York 22.
While we have elected over 300 people to office, we want more. We want more teachers, more SRPs, more higher ed professionals. We want you to run for office because our voice needs to be heard in Albany and in Washington, and the only way it's going to happen is if people step up and run.